been pushed far towards an area called Mombasa. Now, we were engaging our Congolese brothers about what to do next, because some of these concepts are not well known in some of these areas. Fortunately now, when I last met the Chief of Defense Forces of Congo here, just like a week ago, they have agreed to the concept of LDUs, because that can be the only problem. Once we have cleared ADF in what they call Sector 1 and Sector 2, the areas west of the Rwenzori, if we move forward to follow them where they are now, they can come back behind us and start causing trouble. That's why we need a local force to stay there, make sure that they don't come back, because we have the capacity to ensure that no force hostile to the government of Congo or to our government can congregate anywhere and survive. Congregate, come in numbers, 20, 30, 100. We have that capacity. We have the eyes to see these people from the skies, and we have devastating capacity to destroy them from even long distance, even without getting near. So, as long as the Congo government is allowing us to operate, there is no way the ADF will congregate in that area. So the only thing that they can do is, if we go forward to follow them where they are now, because they have now run to the west, towards Mombasa, towards Commander, then they can come behind us again. But fortunately, the Congo government we have shared with them our concepts here. The concept of the mobile forces to hunt the terrorists, the zone of forces to remain in the area so that in case anybody comes back, they are there, and also the LDUs to guard the villages. If there were LDUs in Uganda, that place there, if there had been some local LDUs, that killing of the children would never have happened. But we did not have LDUs in that area because it has been a peaceful area for a long time. Otherwise, if it becomes necessary, we shall put the LDUs. But it's not necessary. Now, when the attack happened on the children on the 16th of June, it was from this sector, what is called Sector 3, that is now the area south of the Rwenzori Mountains and west of Lake Edward. When you go from Mpondwe, the border towards Beni, part of that area is to the left, towards Lake Edward. Now that area, our people had not concentrated on it so much. There were some people there, but not a big number. But when they committed this atrocity, we concentrated on that area. We put new forces, and from that time, from the 16th of June, I can see here 18 ADF. No, but before I go there, I don't know whether you people have the picture of the Wananchi who have gone back to their villages in sector 1 and sector 2. That is when they were in refugee camps. But I want to show our people back in their villages. Is that a village or a camp or what? Okay, they are selling some things. What's that? That's a meeting. A classroom. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, but you're going to get even more moving ones. Next time, show them to the Wananchi, the videos, not just these Nani. So the people in those sectors have gone back to their villages, and they are now harvesting their cocoa and so on. Now coming back to Sector 3, after the attack, we intensified operations there. And here I can see 18 ADF terrorists have been killed, including somebody called Muzei Mubindo. I don't know whether it is Muhindo or Mubindo, from Kisinga in Kasese district, and one Fazul, a Tanzanian. One terrorist was captured alive. 17 SMGs were captured. One machine gun, one RPG, 21 abductees have been rescued. This is now in Sector 3, the area where the attackers, those 10 people who killed those children, were from that group. And that's what has happened since that time. Now, overall, from Sector 1 and Sector 2, the enemy is killed. They don't show since when, whether from the beginning of the operation or not, but for Sector 1 and Sector 2, 567 enemies killed. SMGs captured 144, machine guns 7, RPGs 6, one mortar 60mm, grenades 1, walkie-talkies 132. They had a lot of walkie-talkies, IEDs, improvised explosive devices 10 pieces, phones 47, abductees rescued 207, terrorists captured alive 50, those who surrendered 32. So the I don't see the army people here because they are more involved. They should be able to inform you by making some of these people talk to you people, the captured, instead of me coming to tell you. The captured people should be the one to tell you, to tell the Ugandans. The abductees, the ones who have escaped. You know, the NRM and all its groups are always very, very, very weak in terms of information, in terms of informing people. Because why should Museveni be the one to come and talk about ADF? They are commanders who have been captured. Let them come and tell you, because I'm not ADF. Why am I the one talking about ADF and so on, as if I am? You should make the people who are involved to tell the story. You have the captured ADFs. You have those who have surrendered. You have the abductees. So they should be the one telling you the story, and the journalists asking them questions, and then they answer them, so that the whole population knows what's happening. Instead of keeping the war as if it's a secret for me and the commanders, and as if we are keeping a secret. Yes, there are some secrets of plans, but what has happened in the past is not a secret. It should be known. So I directed that the command of the army, is because the UPDF are the ones directly involved, should be the ones to, they should bring journalists and bring these people, the ones they are reading, because I have their names here, those killed and captured, there are so many here. So some of these should come and inform you about what's happening. But the point I want to emphasize to you is that ever since 2007, the ADF was defeated. These efforts of trying to infiltrate and plant bombs and assassinate some people were really miscalculations by the ADF, and we are going to finish them. Now, regarding the bombs, the other day we defused the police. This time the CMI worked with the police to defuse more than 3 bombs, because there was one bomb which was going to be planted in Kayanja's church, which was intercepted and detonated. There was another one in a place called Bunamwaya, planted somewhere in a house. There was another one which was put in a lodge and was going to be exploded later. They were all captured, and the other materials for making bombs were captured. We know, and of course, the CMI and have arrested 7 people who were involved. And we know all this time the ones who are doing this. The planners, mainly the planners, we know them. Sometimes we don't know the executors, but eventually we come to know them. Now the planners are in Congo. So we are going for them. The Congo government has allowed us, apart from hunting the ones in the forests, which we have been doing since 2021, when we started. We shall go for these ones who are sending these young people to kill to kill other people. The other day I had a cold and I had to check for corona. There was no corona at this time, but I still have that cold. Now, we are going to finish all these people. So what my purpose of talking to you now is to make you people not panic, thinking that this is a big problem. The problem was more or less solved long ago when we defeated ADF in Semliki Valley in 2007. In spite of the support for ADF by the Congo government of that time and by the government of Bashir in Sudan. They had support, but we defeated them. Defeating means you kill them and almost finish them. Anybody who enters Uganda armed is killed. So they gave up entering Uganda as a force. Because when you come as a force, a platoon is like 40 people. You come as a company, 150, you are dead. That's what happened in Semliki Valley in 2007. They came, 183 were dead in a very short time. 87, I think, only 13 went back. From that time, they cannot enter Uganda as a force. But they remained in Congo, mainly killing Congolese. But once in a while, that's why they are foolish, because they should have remained quiet. Now, their bad luck is that the Congo government has allowed us to operate in Congo. And we have brought all our capabilities there. Now, this, like the killing of the children in Nyabugando, is a desperate act. Thinking that, oh, if we kill children, the UPDF will pull back from Congo to go and guard the villages. No. We shall have new soldiers to guard the villages. The ones who are hunting you will continue. The infiltration of these people who come who come and buy, because some of the materials they use to make these homemade bombs are ordinary chemicals on the market. Those chemicals are there. So what we need to do is to make anybody who has got that idea of using these chemicals to kill people to lose appetite for doing that. You do it, we kill you. The planner will die or will be captured and prosecuted, and so will the executor. So working with the Congo government, we are hunting these people, the ones who are sending. and because we know who they are. Therefore, I don't want anybody to start panicking and think that there is a big, insoluble problem. The main points of precaution is because these people who are doing this are people who are not known in the area. I think this is also a disadvantage for the ADF because we have been hunting them and many of them have either been killed or they have run away. Therefore, like in this case, the people they were trying to use were mainly new people in an area. And it's very easy to deal with that type of person. The other night, I sent a message to the Inspector General of Police, and the message was, don't allow, like in this case, they were targeting the churches. You wait for the people to go in the church, and you take a bomb there in a bag, and you leave it there, and then when you are out, you kill people. But this is if people are not alert. You can only do, they are also quite stupid in their so-called. This is only when people are not alert. Because when we are alert, first of all, we are not going to allow anybody we don't know in our church. Like my church, I don't know your churches of Kampala, but like mine of Chamati, we know everybody by name. Oh, this is so and so, this is so and so, this is so and so. So, you come there, you are non-Chamati, you are not going to enter. Finish. We will get you even before you do anything. So Ugandans, as we are hunting these people in Congo, the authors, your job here is to see anybody you don't know and say, who are you? Police, come. Ugunoha. Onani. That's what actually caused the problems for them at Kayanja's place. Because I had alerted the police, I had sent a message to the police. You people, watch out. Anybody trying to go to the church, when he's not known in the area, challenge him. That's how we got them. Now, then, carrying bags containing explosives. You see anybody carrying a bag, you don't know him. But even if he's not carrying a bag, because he may be having a suicide belt, the ones who tie explosives around themselves to kill themselves. So the issue is somebody you don't know in your area should not enter your church, should not enter your bar. Markets are more difficult, but the markets are more organized. There they can check the ones who are entering and leaving, because the markets are in confined places. So that's your assignment now. As we are hunting the other people there, your assignment is don't allow anybody you don't know to enter your church, to enter your mosque. without challenging, and not only challenge him, but also contact the police. There is somebody here. There's somebody here we don't know in this area. Now, ADF, because we have been hunting them, many of them had run away. They are not known in their areas. They are using strangers in these areas. Now, for the hotels and the lodges, take particulars of people who come there. Make sure they show you their ID cards with their pictures. Like this one who had planted a bomb in Budamwaya, who had planted 2 bombs, one in a house and another one in the hotel room. He asked for a room. And the attendant had no room. And then said, give me your phone. When I get the room, I'll ring you, when people vacate the rooms. So the terrorist gave her a wrong number. So when the girl got to the room, she rang the number. The number was in Chotera, belonging to an old woman. So we had to arrest the old woman, poor old woman, because her number was with the terrorists. But then the terrorists came back separated now without ringing and found that the room was there. Then the girl said, but you gave me the number. When I rang, nobody picked. So, oh, the other man didn't answer. They're also not very clever. So you can see there is a gap by the hotel people and the landlords. Because remember, a terrorist must sleep somewhere in the night. You know, the one who is talking to you is a former, not terrorist, but because the question of where do you sleep is very, very serious. If you have got a smart group who tighten where people sleep, it's a problem for you. Because you must bring your card, your ID card with your picture, and the telephone numbers there. So if you tighten that system of the hotel owner, the hotel receptionist, not even owner, the receptionist must not allow anybody to book without showing their ID cards, which then are recorded. Because the ID cards these days are strict. They are no longer the other ones where people are just printing. I think they are electronic. Are they not electronic? The ID cards now. Yes. The ID cards, and then you must, so you police, you really train our people, the receptionists, the hotel owners, no room without showing an ID card, and making sure that my face is the one which is on the ID card. So those are the hotels now, hotels and lodges. Then you come now to the landlords, because also they can come and flats and so on. The landlord, the same. So the moment you block these people from the hotels, from the lodges, from the estates, the housing estates. That means now they must stay with the families in the homes. And some of these groups don't have many sympathizers who are ready to risk keeping them. So therefore, we are hunting them in Congo. We shall get them. We are going to. We have been improving. We have been improving methods of detection. But in the meantime, this is what I ask the population to do. Number one, no strangers entering your church, please. Anybody whom you don't know in the area must be challenged and isolated and reported to the police. Nobody should enter your bar because you drinkers, you know one another. I was not a drinker, but I would be in company with drinkers. In Nairobi, when I was recruiting the Foreigners people, we had a small hotel called Normandy, where the owner thought I was a big smuggler of gold and that I had a lot of money because I used to come with dollars and so on. So the owner thought I was a big smuggler. And, but we knew one another, the ones who were drinking in that place. There was a Kenyan minister who used to come and drink there called Robert Matano. He didn't know me. I don't know what he thought I was, because there was supposed to be some. My name was Kasum. I was Haji Kasum. So our hotel, we knew one another. So the drink mates, please don't allow anybody whom you don't. Challenge him. He may have no problem. He'll be just a visitor, but challenge him. Let him be checked, and before you allow him. And then the hotels and the real estate identity cards. For the buses and markets, you need to search people who are coming. There's no shortcut for that, for the buses. But it will not take long because we are really, they are desperate. They are desperate. I don't know whether to advise them to surrender, because even if they surrender, especially the hardcore, the ones who have been doing bad things, we can't just forgive them. They will have to be held accountable. They have done so many bad things, but maybe they may not die. They may be sentenced to prison sentences. If they surrender, we can look at, even if he's condemned to a death sentence, but if he's not dead, there's a chance that he may get a pardon for lower sentence. So I think there is still some advantage for them to surrender now. Otherwise, they will die. We shall kill them. They have done bad things. They have provoked all this. Imagine they wanted to, if they had gone into that church of Kayanja, how many people would have died? So, only option, at this stage is surrender. You will not be forgiven. We shall not say amnesty. No. That one I cannot lie to you, because you have done very many bad things. But you may be tried, sentenced. You may get punishment less than death. That will be better than dying. Now, finally, this ADF started because of the ideological disorientation. In the Middle East, including Sudan, because some of our young people, Muslim young people, would go to some of those places and get these nonsensical ideas of saying that Islam is the only correct way of life. And anybody who does, and Islam of a certain type, and anybody who does not agree with that must be killed. Really? This is what I told Bashir, the president of Sudan, former president. We, the indigenous people of this land, this is our land. It's not the land of Arabs. It's not the land of Europeans. It is our land. So if you are stupid enough and you go to bring that nonsense here, we teach you a lesson. I told Bashir, because they talk of haram, that they don't eat that pig. Pig is haram. Haram is, I would call it a chagaro in Nyankore. I told Bashir, General Bashir, please, my list of haram is much longer than yours. Because for you are saying that pig is haram. Me, I say pig is haram. I'm a Mnyankore. Private bag, Mbarara. Ntunga mo not even Mbar. Private bag, I don't have post office number. We had private bag just, our letters would go through the sub-county. But we are the owners of this land. This Ntungamo, this Bunyoro, we are the people of this area. Too bad for you. If you don't like us, stay where you are. So don't go on. So I told Bashir, you say that pig is haram. Me, I say pig is haram. Fish is haram. I don't eat fish. Fish is haram. I don't eat chicken, because when you eat chicken, you become unstable. Chicken is a chungu, is a bird. I don't eat mutton. I don't eat all those things. So my list of haram is much longer. But the difference with us here, with the people of this area, is that whatever beliefs I have, I don't interfere with my neighbor if he has got a different belief. For instance, although Banyankore were not eating chicken, but they were keeping chicken for the traditional religious ceremonies, Okuragura. But when your Muganda friend, or Mukochi, or Mzuba from Tanzania came, you people, you eat chicken, you take this chicken and eat it. This is our culture here. You live and let live. You have your own way, everybody knows it, but I don't interfere with your way of life, you don't interfere with my way of life. That's why you would hear that a Muganda will say, Banyankore are the ones who know how to look after cows. You come and look after the cows. The cows of the Muganda. The cows are Muganda's cows, but because he doesn't have the same passion for cows to sleep with them in the bush, in the what, you Banyankore Balaro. This is how we live here. So if they are idiots who go and pick that nonsense from Arabs and the Pakistanis and all that, you go and become a Pakistani. That's what we told Al-Shabaab in Somalia, because they brought the same nonsense there. The Somalis are Muslims, but they are Muslims who live with others. But Al-Shabaab came with the same idea. The same idea of intolerance. So when we went there, they said, you Kafiri, you go back. Okay, this is our Kafiri land. Africa is ours. It's not for those ideas. So, if you don't want us here, you go back to, I don't know where they come from, Pakistan or whatever. So, fortunately, many of the Muslims are against this. Our Muslims, many of them are against. But those who got caught up, their only chance to come out is now. Because we are not going to wherever they go. In Congo, we are following them. Sometimes they run to South Africa. Those are our allies. Once we get enough information, we shall catch you there in South Africa. Tanzania, Kenya, you have nowhere to go. Yeah. Maybe you go to Europe, because Europe sometimes they go and, if you go and become a homosexual, then they can keep you there. But here in Africa, the only chance you have is surrender and go to jail, but you may not die. So I thank you, the Ugandans. Don't panic. This is the tail end of the ADF. It's not the beginning, it is not the expansion, it is not the growth. I saw members of parliament panicking. I saw them on the TV, panicking, what? There was somebody from Bugabura. These people may come to Bugabura, they may go where, what? No, this is the tail end. We are hunting them. We may miss here and there, some small thing may happen, something may happen, but in the end we shall get all of them. I thank you and I wish you good luck.